Hi everybody, my name is Shannon. Welcome to my channel, Another Yarn. Thank you so much for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. We are at Tuesday, which has fastly become one of my absolute favorite series that I've been doing, and it is the Tackle It series. If you're a content creator, feel free to go ahead and use that hashtag Tackle It and interpret it the way that you think that it should be, but I'll tell you what I believe the Tackle It series is. And if you are just wanting to play along, by all means, incorporate this into your life too. So the Tackle It series is where I have been going through long forgotten and abandoned whips, bags, boxes, bins. I don't really call them whips. I call them vintage projects. Because for me, a whip is a work in progress. If this isn't a box, bag, bin, and it hasn't seen the light of day for, in my case, a lot of things are years, many, many years, it's not a whip. It's not a whip. Vintage, yes, but that doesn't mean it can't get done. That doesn't mean you can't pull it out of those places and work on it. Don't feel bad. So what? I got a pair of socks done that we did together. I started it 19 years ago. 19. No kidding. I think that's the longest standing project that we're going to find, but oh my gosh, I started that 19 years ago. No shame. It's finished. There'll be a usable pair of socks for somebody else. Had I finished it 19 years ago, they would have already been lost, worn out. 19 years wearing a pair of socks, they'd have been worn out and then just gone at that point. But no, new life. They are done. So that's what I'm doing. I got like bins like this. We went through that bin. I restuffed it with stuff, by the way. We know I did. And bags and all sorts of things. That's what we're doing. And I'm finding beautiful things in my bins, like my shawl here. This is called the Porcelain Berry Shawl. It's just sitting right here. That's why I grabbed it. Love this. And the other reason I wanted to grab this is because I was asked the question as to what's the yarn on that. That is yarn, treehouse yarn, and that is lace yarn. I mean, lace yarn. This little ball right here is 50 grams. Tiny, 50 grams, right? Nice, small. That's 1.75 ounces. So it's a 50 gram ball, 875 yards. 875 yards for this little 50 gram ball of yarn. Holy cow, that's a lot of yardage. The color is JC20. It is lace weight. This is by Yarn Treehouse, yarntreehouse.com if you are interested, because like I said, I was asked for the specific yarn, and it is super wash wool. There we have it. Look at I'm telling you what, I'm making this. This is not super wash. Oh no, I'm not going to put this in a mesh lace bag and put it in the washing machine. No way. This would be hand wash, lay flat to dry, pin out and everything. I wouldn't trust. I know what the ball says, but have we seen the lace that this is? Can you see how tiny that is? The lace and then this gorgeousness, this beautiful shawl. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. As I'm going through and I'm finding gorgeous things like this and deciding I would like to finish that. Well, this isn't going to be finished anytime soon. I mean, did we discuss that this is lace? Did we discuss this is tiny? I'm crocheting this with a size C hook. And I have gotten quite a bit done on it. It's just really, really tiny and lots of little stitches. No big deal. It'll get done. It has breathed new life. I was going to just finish it off, block it really big, and turn it into like a bandana shawl. And then my husband saw Elena, extraordinary knitter, orange lace knitter, with an orange shawl on, and that pretty much sealed the deal. So that is back in the works. But that's what this whole series is about, is taking projects that have not seen the light of day for a lot of years and doing something about it. One of the other things I've noticed, I have sweaters. So last week we saw that I finished the Miranda sweater, this beautiful thing. I know, coming up like this and everything, not the best view with it, but it's finished. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous sweater. And this was one of what I call my Magnificent Seven. So I've got all sorts of series, right? And what that is I've got all these different sweaters that either I've started this year or the year before, or like that one, I can't remember when. It's like between 7-10 years. I'm not sure, but that's been around for a lot of years. It's completely done. 100% finished, all the ends woven in, ready for the winter time to wear. Well, on that series, there's 4 sweaters that I was able to finish up, work through, get done. Maybe. And the reason I say maybe is I had my beautiful brown sweater, and I'm going to go ahead and go downstairs and show you that video. Hey everybody, look at this. What do you notice on my sweater? This is my brown sweater that was one of the Magnificent Seven that I had gotten finished, but you'll notice it is back on the needles. It is not finished. It's not. You can see I've got the cuff over here. Just a typical 2x2 cuff. I don't know, probably used too big of needles. Doesn't look the best. Whatever. Here is this beautiful, absolutely gorgeous sweater. Well, it is back on the needles because we found more yarn. I used everything that we had on this, and that's why the sleeves are the way that they are. I used everything that I could find. Well, since I found this, I weighed it. It's 32 grams. So a little bit, about 1/3 of a skein of yarn. Look at that I have left and available. So what I did for here is there were a lot of options for me to do this, but I ended up just unraveling the sleeves. I was going to cut the yarn and knit in between, cut the yarn here like an afterthought heel, knit in between, and then Kitchener the two pieces back together. And tonight I wasn't feeling that. So I just unraveled it. I found the ends, took a bit of surgery to unravel the other side, and that's what I did. So that sleeve right there is just this portion knit up and stockinette stitch. That's where we're at over here. And now I get to add, since I've weighed it, 15 grams of this. Keep it on the safe side, right? Bind off, and I should have matching sleeve length sweater and more appropriate length, because this was just a bit too short for me. I was going to live with it because, that was the option. You either live with it or you don't, and that's what I had. But I am really happy that I have extra brown yarn, and that's what I'm going to use. And this sweater is going to be gorgeous. Saving grace is it's still July. It's very warm. I haven't needed it, but we're going to add this to the collection with the Miranda, and I'm going to have a gorgeous, gorgeous winter collection come this next winter, and I'm going to be styling at work. That is for sure. All right, my mannequin always gets the fun with the try on, so I thought we would go ahead and at least put it on. You can see it in full view how the brown sweater looks on me currently. And we can see this right here. You can see a little bit better as to what I meant by it. The sleeves were too short. It's what I had, and I was convincing myself that it was okay. But finding this, oh my gosh, finding this yarn, it is such a victory. So I unraveled that other piece and knit that back. I have the 15-ish grams on each side to go ahead and cuff that. I should be able to make sleeves that I can live with, and it'll be so much nicer. Yeah, I am so excited. I'm gonna have another sweater that's truly done. Very exciting, that I'll be really proud to wear. It'll fit me so much better. Oh my gosh, happy days. We're making through all the list of the big projects, the big things. Thanks for coming along with this ride with me, everybody. All right, what'd you think? Oh my gosh, so you got to see the sweater on me too? Ooh, how fun was that? I couldn't just leave it as just on the mannequin. Now I have on my little mannequin, I have put her to the closest to my measurements that I'm able to do, so I do get a good idea of how it's going to fit. And mind you, these sweaters on me are quite form-fitting. Yes, of course they are, because I started them when I was not this size. There you go. I was not as voluptuous. I like that word. Voluptuous is it's just such a beautiful, thought-provoking word. You can hardly say it without giving yourself a smile. Oh my gosh, it just does. And it's just so curvy and everything. Maybe some of my curves don't go in the right direction. Whatever, I still have curves. So I've done that, and it is wonderful to be able to have that as a piece in my collection that I can get a visual idea, because let's face it, ladies, we tend to not have a good view of what we look like anyway. So it's nice to have something that's at least close to those things. So I knew that it was going to fit me. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I've got it working on it. Oh, we saw this. So it's back into play. I've been talking about it. I think it's months. I think it has been months. I'm not sure. Time goes by so fast. I'm making so many fun things and enjoying it. I just don't realize. I'm like, really? Has it been a couple months? Probably. Yeah, probably. But it is back on the needles. Not this side, not that side. It's back on the needles. Now I just have to go ahead. I know how much yarn I can use, so knit some more, then start with doing the cuff. This side will be done. Then I do the same here, and it will truly be done. And it will be a piece that I will be a lot happier with. Now, I would have worn it as it was, because I'd already told myself that, yeah, it's okay with the sleeves, because, I mean, what was I going to do? I didn't have any more of the yarn. I just didn't. So I was going to make it work and then just push them up to where I would push it up to be, it would be more of a 3/4 length sleeve. Not my preference to do it like that, but I would have gladly done so. And I've been procrastinating. We know it happens on just do it. One of the reasons is there were some other ways that I wanted to do that. Like I was saying in the other video, is like an afterthought heel for a pair of socks. There are lots of ways that you can do that, because I've got sock challenge going on this week. Yes, I do. Don't think I'm going to get much more done on this, because I'm going to go work on the socks. But with an afterthought heel, what you do is you make a tube. You make a long tube. Got it. And then at the end, you put, you've got your cuff, long tube, like tube sock, and then you put your toe on it. And you're like, well, what about the heel? Well, that's where the afterthought comes in. You can, at the place that you think your heel should be, you could have done a round of waste yarn, everything, and picking that out, or a portion of waste yarn. Or what you do is you measure both of your tubes to the same spot. I know, there you go. And you're going to cut your yarn. You're going to cut your yarn, and you're going to unravel so many of those stitches and put your needles back on those unraveled portions and knit around there. It's a little nerve-wracking. I have done afterthought heels before. I know, it's surprising, right? I've done it, and it is nerve-wracking because you're deliberately cutting your yarn. You're only cutting one thread, doesn't matter. You're unraveling, it's still freaky. And that's what I was planning on doing with this, or one of the options, because I already have the cuff. It's like, well, if I would have done that and just done something right across there and put this part on needles and this part on needles, knit this part some more, and then just Kitcher stitch it together all the way around. I mean, I do Kitcher stitch pretty well. It's what I do with my socks anyway, and graft the two. No harm, no foul. And then I wouldn't have to re-knit this portion. I've already got it. And the thing with that one, I was going to do that is film it and everything to kind of turn it into, hey, here's something we can do. Yeah, I didn't have it in me. Not tonight. I've been procrastinating. Stop talking about it. Just do it. Right? Just do it. So that's what I did. Of course, after I took a nap, man, I tell you what, I came home from work and I crashed hard. Whoo, I was out. But anyway, I'm awake now. That's a good thing. I'm awake now. And I definitely needed that nap. So those were options that I could do to fix this. Well, sometimes we get stuck. We get mired in the options. Oh, wait, I can't do this one now because I want to do it on camera. All right, well, are you going to get your camera out? Well, no. It's kind of like my ball winder, right? I got to do that. That's another one, right? No, I don't want to get my camera out. I have to go in the other room. Oh, I have to set things up. Oh, I have to do this. Oh, the excuses pile on. All of that instead of just doing the thing, right? And that's what I've been doing. Well, the Tackle It series is kind of a get over yourself in a nice way. So for me, get over yourself and just do it. Look. And we know, because you've been around for a while, we know once it's at this stage, it is on the needles, it's easy to grab. That's just stockinette. It's easy to grab. It's already on its needles. I don't have to make any decisions with it. I know how much yarn I have because I weighed it. So I'm going to just go around and around and around and try it on some more. It's easy to try on. I don't have to put on try-on cords. We saw that because that works well for me for the cuff. I'm not going to lose any stitches. I mean, all my excuses are now gone. All of them. That's going to be fast and easy. There we go. And how long did that take? Not as long as whining took for the last couple months. Not as long as all the excuses took. I can tell you that for sure. And we have progress. We have progress. And that's exciting. And that's what this whole series is about. New life into old things. Just do it. I know it sounds like a night commercial. It's not. It's really not. But that's really where I'm at with this. And I'm there. I'm there. It's on the needles. It is exciting. And as a bonus, because it's not quite bedtime, it's pretty close. I'm telling you what, I came home from work exhausted. I had a headache. I don't normally get headaches, but anyway, I'm fine. Everything's fine. Exhausted, took a nap, hardcore crashing, get to make the video, and I swear it's gonna be like bedtime by the time I'm done. I'm like, but I'm like a child. I want to kick my feet going, I don't want to go to bed. I don't want to go to bed. I want to play some more. I have all my beautiful yarn. I mean, I cast on my second sock for my sock challenge. That's it. That's as far as I've gotten. That is it. I cast it on. That's all I've done. So after this video, I'd like to at least get the cuff done. That would be cool. But you know what? If I don't, that's okay too. I've already successfully completed one sock, and I've entered that into the challenge. So I already have a chance to win whatever. I mean, that'll be fun too. And I played the game. So if I don't concentrate on socks, if I don't do all of those, that's okay. Now, what I would like to do is to make sure I do that second sock and I get that color work done before I decide, I'm going to put it on hold. Don't put it on hold. Don't put it on hold. Don't put it on hold. But I am giving myself some grace one way or the other, because is that all you want me to do all week long is work on that pair of socks? Maybe, because I don't get as much time to play with my crafts during the week as I do on the weekend. Those that have been around a while have heard me comment on that. I get most of my crafting done from Friday to Sunday, and that is just absolutely amazing. And there are some times during the week that I get a burst of energy or something. Normally those are the days that hubby doesn't get fed. He doesn't like that. I don't like that either, but you know, we get focused. I mean, it's true. We get focused. I know I get focused on my stuff. I'm, you know, true to being a child. I don't want to put my toys down. I don't want to put my toys down. No. But sometimes adulting comes in and we have to do those things. So there we have it. But that's what I have going on. That is my excitement for the day, getting this back on the needles. And we've seen that with a lot of the other projects. There's been things like that was delayed for quite some time because I had finished the waist and I bound off. That one was delayed. The boho sweater was delayed. I had these beautiful vests and they got a lot of love. Boy, I'm telling you, when I got those on the needles, because it was just, I want to work on something. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to make any plans. I don't want to do any prep. I don't want to whatever. Those are the best projects to just grab and mindlessly knit, going around and around and around. So I did that, got all the waist, got it completely done. And then it was the sleeves, which you're like, well, aren't the sleeves the same thing? You put the needles on and you round and around and around. There you have it, right? Did you catch that? Did you catch that? Put the needles on. How long did it take me before I put the needles on so then I could do that? And then for me, I have a thing with sleeves. I'm not really sure why. It makes absolutely no sense. We know I love to knit. We know I love to crochet. We know I love to make things constantly. It's traumatic. Sleeves are traumatic. I've done way more on sleeves than I should do on sleeves. Maybe it's like my husband's 3-armed sweater. No, he does not have 3 arms, but I did make 3 sleeves for it, right? Maybe it's things like that. And maybe it's like this where I'd finished off the sleeves and it's like, oh wait, now I have to go back. Or my sister's angel sweater, where I was making a sweater for me and it had really super long monkey gorilla arms, and I am 5'8" and she's 4'11", and she doesn't need super long gorilla monkey arms. So I had to pull back a ton on that. Maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe that's it. My version of sleeves is 2 steps forward, 1 step backwards. But I just get to play with the yarn a little bit longer. So, you know, you can't really, that can't get to you too much, right? It's like, I just get to play with the yarn more than other people. There you go. It's all in the way you look at it. Well, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and spend a little bit of time while I'm awake with my husband, get this uploaded, do all the things. I'm going to go ahead and do all the things. And hopefully I can actually touch that pink yarn just a little bit more. I have thought about that all day long and I haven't had a chance to, so I really, really want to. With that, I'm going to let you guys go. You guys have a great day, night, evening, whatever it happens to be. And I will talk to you again later. Bye-bye.